Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including Amazon getting closer to launching its own home internet service, not just reselling other internet providers, but selling their own internet service that they made and offered. Paramount Plus is in talks to merge either with Warner Bros. Discovery's Max streaming service or Amazon Prime Video. We got the full details there and what's being looked at. And Tubi continues to grow and add more content. These stories and a whole lot more, and I do mean a whole lot more, coming up here in a quick second. If you want to learn more about any of the stories I'm about to talk about, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story so you can read them for yourself. And let me know what you think. I'll love to hear from you. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up. Every Monday through Friday, we post videos just like this one. And we do breaking news, tips, tricks, and more posted right here to this YouTube channel, all about the world of cord cutting. Hitting subscribe or hitting that thumbs up lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so they recommend our videos to more people. With that said, let's dive in. Amazon's new home internet service is expected now to go live next year, with satellites going into space this year. To make that a reality, Amazon's investing $19.5 million additional into its Kennedy space operations. Its facilities there bring its total investment at the Kennedy space station to make its home internet service a reality to over $140 million. Now, this is just one spot. Amazon's also been getting locations and equipment set up for ground stations across the country, including, I believe I saw in Australia. They bought some land down there to have a ground station. Much like SpaceX's Starlink satellite, Amazon's launching a cluster of low Earth orbit satellites that will offer high-speed internet. They say up to 1 gig of speed with their Pro plan with that, and down. This will allow them to be able to offer home internet to rural Americans. And for Amazon, it's a potential win-win. Of course, they can get more customers that are paying them for home internet, but more people with high-speed internet means more people are likely to buy things on Amazon, stream Amazon Prime Video, their music, their Kindle books, all kinds of stuff. They view this as a win-win, not just here in the United States, but around the world. Got some friends in Alaska, and they tell me that these satellites from Starlink has revolutionized rural villages in Alaska. Now, maybe they'll actually get some competition with this, because Amazon does say they intend to be cheaper than Starlink. Well, they don't say it in that words, but they say they tend to be a more affordable option. I mean, people are equating that with Starlink's current pricing. We'll see how this all comes together, but well, you may not care about this. I always get people, I got fiber, I got cable. That's great. There's millions of people who do not. Actually, not far from where I live, even though I can get like a 3 or 4 gig internet from multiple providers where I live. There's people just down the road that don't have that option. So keep that in mind. But keep an eye on it. Satellite's supposed to launch in the 4th quarter of this year, so just a few months from now, with service starting next year, probably in limited areas, and rolling out from there. All right, Paramount Plus could be merging with Max or Amazon Prime Video. There's a new report out there from Deadline that cites people familiar with the situation that Paramount, even though its deal with Skydance is pretty much done, just waiting for regulatory approval at this point, is still actively talking about merging its streaming service of Paramount Plus with a different provider. I know Peacock had been discussed. It sounds like that may not be happening, as now Max and Amazon Prime Video are the lead contenders. Now, a few important things here. Paramount's not looking to sell to these companies. They're selling to Skydance. They're also not looking to, give up their stuff. What they're kind of looking at is similar to what happened with HBO Max and Discovery Plus, where 2 streaming services came together and created a new streaming service, this time either with Amazon Prime, maybe as an add-on bundle or into it, or Max is something new and different where both companies own some type of share of it. The word was that they would take Max and take Paramount Plus and offer a new service combined that would give some type of split. Paramount would own part of it, Warner Bros. Discovery would own part of it. They would both take a cut of whatever the monthly fee is with that. We'll see what happens here. Just because talks are happening doesn't mean it's going to become a reality, but it is expected that Paramount is serious about finding something. Now the question is with who? And will those partners be interested in whatever the deal is? But Paramount Plus is one of the smaller streaming services out there. Still a lot larger than Peacock and others, but when compared to Disney Plus, Max, and others, it's definitely lagging behind. A deal like this could help it jump forward, help Paramount become more successful. We'll keep a close eye on this. Let me know, would you rather see them merge with Max, or would you rather see them merge with Amazon Prime Video or somebody else? You know, Disney's been strangely quiet on deals like this. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. All right, Tubi's adding a bunch of content this month. And with that, they'll now have over 260 channels. 260, I apologize, a little dyslexic moment there. If you want to see a full list of them, we actually got the complete list of everything currently live, with more coming later this month. Over at CoreCarsNews.com, you can find the full list in the show notes. We break down every channel there with links to the different channels. So check that out if you're a fan of free ad-supported streaming. Tubi is one of the largest out there. And according to Nielsen, the most watched, not counting YouTube. But other than that, tied with Disney Plus in total viewership in July 2024. Don't have August numbers yet. But leave me a comment, let me know, do you use it? Check it out, link in the show notes. The live TV streaming service Frndly is adding a new channel. Frndly is adding the Aspire TV channel. And with this, they continue to grow the number of channels available through Frndly and continue to keep the price down. This comes as one of its main rivals, Pho TV, is undergoing a massive rebranding and some work. They've talked a lot about it coming up, that they're going to be launching today when I post this video, a new logo. But that's the first step of a new app update. And it sounds like some changes to the service coming later, because they were very clear that this is the first step of some changes to become even better. Be interested to see what Philo is doing. They recently raised their price, bundled in AMC Plus. I did notice that their commercials don't focus so much on their live TV channels as about them being a place to find so much great content on demand and live. It's more, they're focusing a lot more on the fact that this is where you can watch The Walking Dead and all kinds of other content through Philo at a really good price. Plus, you get all these live channels. Are they going to start pushing their on-demand content as their main focus versus, you know, hey, we're a live TV service first that also happens to have on-demand content? It'll be interesting to see what happens there. All right, let's keep moving along because we actually got several stories still to go today. It's a busy weekend over the Labor Day weekend. I hope you all had a fantastic Labor Day. I'm actually right in the middle of mine. I'm recording this the day before. The world's largest piracy service, F Movies, has been shut down. Run out of Vietnam for a long time, places felt like it was untouchable, that they would never be able to shut down this massive pirate service that ran multiple websites out there, including Movie 7, MyFlixster, and more. While Ace, which represents many massive movie studios and television studios out there, focus on it because it drew 6.7 billion visits from January 2023 to June 2024. 6.7 billion visits is more than most major websites get. But with this, they worked with these movie studios, worked with local authorities in Vietnam, and have successfully shut down all these streaming services, and they're taking big credit for it. This comes as recently the pirate streaming services Jetflix and iStreamItAll, which was run out in the United States, convicted the people running it, who are now facing up to 48 years in prison. The sites were seized back in 2019. I've said this before. Movie studios, as they struggle to deal with the world of cord cutting, are taking piracy more seriously and are aggressively not just suing, but trying to criminally prosecute people who are running it in an attempt to, let's be honest, scare people. For a long time, people felt like, oh, well, if I'm in Vietnam or some other random country, I won't ever be prosecuted. That's not happening now. These movie studios are working very aggressively with local governments around the world to prosecute, pass laws to make it legal to prosecute, and to disrupt these pirate streaming services. We'll see what happens. I know people say another one will pop up. How long until people start seeing 20, 30, 40 years in prison for these kind of things before people start having second thoughts about it? It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. All right, there's been a lot of content added to free streaming services, and we have a quick full breakdown over at Core Cars News. This includes Pluto TV adding 7 new live channels this month. Some are live now, some will come out later. You can find a full list over at corecarsnews.com. But this includes a 24/7 Cheers and Frasier channel that will jump back and forth between the two shows 24/7. Plex is also adding 5 new channels last week, which includes a 24/7 UFC channel. You can find out the full link of that down there in the show notes for find out all the channels available on these services. Well, that's it for today. I hope you had a fantastic Labor Day. Mine was great. It's good to be home. Sad to be home. It's always great to get away and spend some time with my family. But I'm happy to be back. I hope you have a fantastic day. If you haven't, check out yesterday's video, or Sundays, I should say. I record these the night before. But I did a breakdown of Tubi, everything you need to know about it. Check it out. That and so many other videos are available on our YouTube channel. Let me know how your Labor Day was. I hope you had a good one. Take care. Be safe. I'll be back again real soon.